Okay.
Did you shop around today?
I need to mute. Looks like everyone's muted. Okay, we are recording. Okay, here we go. Welcome, guys. I'm so excited that you guys are here to talk about social media tonight. So I'm going to kind of talk about sharing versus selling. So if you're on my team, you have heard this, but maybe something will click and it'll help you improve your social media. And then I'm going to give you a few tangible tips of things you can start implementing tonight to just improve your social media, like right off the bat. Okay, so as you know, our business is a relationship business. So you can be OG network marketing and literally go door to door with a briefcase full of Shakeology and offer people to join you in this journey. Or you can unapologetically share what's working for you on social media and reach the masses. I don't know about you, but I only have 24 houses in my neighborhood, so I probably wouldn't get very far. I probably wouldn't get that many people to sign up if I started walking door to door, right? It is a digital age. People go to the internet to buy everything, to read reviews about things, to find out about things. Like, what did we do before Google existed, right? How did we find out if things were good? How did we get from A to B? I don't even know. I literally don't know how I got anywhere before maps was invented. Like, how did I go places? It's crazy, right? So it's a digital age. I saw this shirt online, so I bought it. The products I used on my hair, a girl on Instagram was talking about, right? This Apple Watch band, another girl posted in her stories. And I said, where did you get that? It is a digital age. So if you are not using social media to grow your business, you are missing out. But I think one of the biggest detriments that coaches make is posting just to post, or thinking that every time they post, they should be trying to sell someone something. And I'll tell you, if you're trying to sell to people on your social media, you probably won't sell much. And you've probably seen a post that's been very salesy that has probably turned you off, and you're like, ugh. And then maybe that started to get in your head, like, is that what I'm like? And then you start thinking all these things like, shit, what am I even doing? Like, this is so fucking weird. Like, okay. So let's just start from square one. You signed up as a coach for X, Y, and Z reasons. It doesn't really matter why you signed up, but what matters is that you're sharing your journey. I think so many new coaches come in and they're like, I got to sell and I got to sign all these people up, and they forget that people want to see the journey, and it's not so much the results or the destination, but people want to see what's actually working for you so that they can see themselves in you and say, hey, this real life person, even if you don't know each other in real life, is getting the results that I want, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. And that's the cool thing about what we do, is we have that rainbow of all of those things. Like, how cool is our job? We get to help ourselves and other people on every spectrum possible. Like, that is so cool. So if you are not committing to a program, if you're not committed to our products, and you're not showing up with that commitment every single day, I truly believe it's going to be hard for you to find the success you're looking for, no matter how big or small that you're looking for. You don't have to want to quit your job. You don't have to want to be the top of the company. Whatever your goals are, I don't see a way possible to meet those goals, again, no matter what range of the spectrum you're on, without sharing your journey wholeheartedly, right? So if you're not showing up in your program, if you're showing up on day one of your program and then we don't see anything about your program for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and then you're like, I'm done. What happened in between? How did you feel? Where did you get stronger? Where did you struggle? When did you feel like giving up? What was a day that was super awesome for you and you were able to do something? I shared something very powerful when I was doing the Morning Meltdown test group. And if you guys don't know my story, I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis about almost 2 years ago. And it's been really hard for me, especially as someone, I consider myself a superior athlete. And now to be able to be very limited by that, it was really hard. And if you aren't doing Morning Meltdown, some of the moves are very crazy. And especially with having to hold yourself up, and the majority of my inflammation is in my hands and my elbows, which that makes things really difficult, right? So there was a lot of moves in the beginning when I was in the test group that I simply could not do. And then something happened on day 76. I was able to do something, and I'm not even sure which workout it was, but I was able to do a move that I wasn't able to do on day one. And I broke down in my stories, not even meaning to, but just by talking about it in my stories, saying like on day one, I couldn't do that. So I'm guessing it was from cardio. And I'm like, in day 76, I was able to do that. And I didn't give up, right? And so showing people that journey of like, no matter what your circumstances are, like no matter what your ailments, your limitations, that you're still showing up and you're still putting in the work, whatever that looks like for you, okay? But nobody would know that I was struggling if I didn't talk about it, because my disease is invisible. Nobody would know. And I can't tell you how many people say, you make it look so easy. So if I didn't talk about the struggles, I would just look like a girl who has no problems and I'm just working out every single day. And I mentioned this in my Beachbody Champions training. Are you the girl on the feed who just likes to work out in her living room? Or do people know you run a business and that you can help them? Because those are two very different things. There are lots of people who post their workouts. I mean, how many, you probably see it once a day, like if I didn't post a selfie, it didn't happen, right? About the gym. Or if I didn't check in, did it even happen? You probably see that a lot. But those gym check-ins, those 24-hour fitness check-ins, like that doesn't tell me a story. That doesn't pull at my heartstrings. That doesn't make me relate to them. It's just like, oh, good for you. I don't even like them. I scroll right past, right? Because who gives a shit, okay? So make people care about the journey that you're on. And they'll only ever be able to get invested in your journey if they get to know you. So by sharing your journey, the ups, the downs, the, in between, all of that, that's how people are going to join you. And no one's joining you because it's Beachbody. Because let's face it, they can get Beachbody from anywhere. They can literally type Beachbody into Google and a million hits are going to come up. They can purchase things on Amazon, which is crazy to me, whatever. Okay, so they can literally get it from anywhere, but why should they get it from you? And the only reason they're going to pick you out of 450,000 other coaches is because of the content and the value you're providing on social media. And we throw this word value around a lot, and I think that stops people from posting because they're afraid that what they're saying isn't worth anything, isn't good enough, doesn't mean enough. But if it means something to you, I promise you it will mean something to someone else, because no one's going to say it the way you say it. No one has your heart, your views, your pains, your struggles, your successes. All of that is unique to you, and that's your superpower. But we hide so much behind the products and the shaker cup, and it's like, put that down and show us who you are. Right? Like, this is your chance to be anybody you want, to mold yourself into the person you've always wanted to be. And you're doing that through fitness, and you're taking all of us along for the journey. If I go to your page and I cannot tell you're a coach, that's problem number one. If I go to your page and all I see is Shakeology shaker cups and this fucking book and the T20 transformation step, that's also a problem, because that's not you. That's Beachbody. And again, I can get Beachbody from anywhere, but why would I purchase it through you? So you'll never see that book on my feed. You won't see the transformation step in my hands. Like, I might be stepping on it, but that's different, right? So like, build a brand around you because people are going to purchase from you, and they're going to get it because it's from you, not because it's Beachbody. So if we're building a brand around ourselves and the journey that we're going on, we're going to attract so many more people than if we're trying to sell a product by not sharing our story. So I did a social media school Zoom the other night. It's on my YouTube if you want to check it out. And we talked about sharing versus selling, and I gave some really great examples. So one example, this coach had put literally the stock image of collagen on her Instagram, and in this caption, she tried to tell a story about her dad or grandpa or something. I don't know. It was like 30 paragraphs long. I couldn't hang with it. But the fact that it was a stock picture, like, unless I was looking for that and I was looking for bad examples, I would never have stopped to read what she had to say. Because a stock image of a box, a tub of collagen means nothing to me. Even if I'm looking for collagen, I'm not going to stop and read about this, right? Most consumers, if would see that, they're not going to shop from that person. They will go to the internet and type in collagen, and whatever comes up on the first or second, third hit is what they're going to purchase. So although people aren't on social media to shop, they are on there for recommendations, and they want to know what other people are using and how it might work for them, but they don't want to be sold to. So it's that really fine line of balance of figuring out how to share what's working for you, still asking for the sale, but not being salesy. And I think a lot of people miss that mark and then hide behind products and then wonder why nobody's purchasing from them, right? There was another example of someone who was doing a coach call to action, and it was this massive collage of like 500 faces, like just one by one. And then in the center, it had a silhouette of a like girl flexing or something that was like, this could be your spot. What? And then in the caption, she's like, I'm looking for 5 women to go on this journey with me. I was skeptical too, but now I'm not. Like, it was so lame. And then I gave an example of a coach, Mandy Kai. She's 15-star diamond. There's a beautiful picture of her in LA somewhere, at some really cool downtown spot. She was smiling and she looked happy, and the background was beautiful blue skies. And, her first thing that drew you in was, my life would look so different if I'd never started coaching. And I'm like, whoa, well, what do you got to say? And I went on to read why her life is different. And she hit on a lot of pain points. Like, when I signed up, my life was in complete chaos. And how many people every single day tell you how hectic and crazy their life is. So she's already relating to her audience. She's already relating to girls who are looking for a different life. Whereas the collage lady was just hitting us with a hard, like, join my team, and what felt like I would just be another number. I would just be another face on that collage. And that didn't feel genuine to me. That didn't feel like a community to me, even though there was a lot of people to tell me like, hey, yeah, a lot of people are doing this. It's just the feeling that you get and the feeling that you give your audience when they come to your page is going to make the difference in whether people sign up with you. Okay? Because everyone is following at least 4, if not 10 other coaches besides you. So you have to know that the content that you're putting out is either going to have them be like, yes, she's my gal, she's who I want to sign up with, she's my tribe, or they're going to be like, ugh, and just keep scrolling, right? And we never want to be like that girl on somebody's feed. And I think so many of us sign up not wanting to be hurt, and then that's exactly what we do. We don't share anything, we just try to sell everything. But if people know that you're a busy mom or a busy student or a busy XYZ, whatever it is, but that you're doing this too, this is how, they're going to be more likely to at least ask questions or at least respond to your message when you message them, right? Because if you don't ask, the answers always know. If you don't ask them, somebody else will. You don't ask them, somebody else will. And you just have to know that. Like, even the people that tell you no 9 times, send the 10th message, because they're thinking about it every single time that you ask them. And when you stop, then somebody else who they're following, because remember, they're following at least 4 other coaches, they're going to message them and they're going to say yes to them. So you're basically buttering them up to give somebody else a quick yes. So don't give up on people. Continue to ask them and continue to show up strong on your social media. So remember that if people are following you, if people are watching your stories, they're in your business. Therefore, it's your responsibility to invite them to join you in some way, shape, or form. So I don't view that as a cold message if I've never talked to this person. If they're following me and watching my stories every single day, they're interested in me for something. Whether they find my content valuable, or they think Chloe's really cute, or they like my workouts and it gives them good ideas, or they want to join in some capacity, they're interested in some way. They're in my business, right? So I don't feel like it is cold for me to send them a message if they're literally watching me work out every single day, right? But I'm also providing that content every single day for them to watch. And that's also a huge issue with social media, is the consistency. So I've been saying this a lot to my team lately. When I say every day, that means every day. That doesn't mean every 4 days, every 3 days, 4 times a month. Every day means every day, because people are counting on you, whether you know it or not. They're counting on you for that positivity in their feed. And people who pay you no attention are watching you. Maybe they don't even watch your stories, but I promise you, they're there. They're creeping on you, okay? So, and you have an impact on people like you wouldn't believe. I got a message from a woman and she said, Dani, I've been following you for the last 2 years, and I have to tell you that every single day your videos bring me so much joy, and you are a huge reason why I was able to pull myself out of my postpartum depression, and I can't thank you enough. This woman is not a customer. She's not a coach. Like, guys, we have a huge responsibility for these women out there who are hurting and who are suffering, right? So be that positive thing in their feed and know that that's a responsibility. So you need to show up for them, right? When you signed up as a coach, whether coach of self or coach of team, you signed up and said, I'm going to take this seriously. So if you're trying to build a business, which I assume you are because you're on this call, you need to take your stories seriously. Okay? You need to take your posts seriously and don't just post to post, right? Like, quirky phrases or, hashtag mom life, like, that's great, but like, tell us a story. I was looking through some notes of a call, and somebody said, yeah, pictures of your kids are great, but they're not going to build you a business, right? So like, we need to see you 99% of the time. We need to know what your story is, what you're doing, why you're doing it, how's it going, where you're going, and everything else that's wrapped up in between, right? So I think a great balance for your social media is one post about anything that has to do with Beachbody in any way, shape, or form. You can lump coaching into that as well. And then one post about your life, because people are going to continue to follow you to learn about you by the things that you share. So, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't consider Chloe or my husband or my love of fashion or Disney or Friends or any of that. I wouldn't consider that anything that has to do with Beachbody. But what I like to do is always somehow tie in coaching to my lifestyle photos, right? So I'm out at Target at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday because coaching allows me to live this lifestyle. I'm in New York on a Thursday on a whim because coaching allows me this lifestyle, right? So I'm always trying to wrap it up with a nice coaching bow so people know this is a real business. It can earn you real dollars and really create a life of freedom that you're looking for, whatever that means for you, right? I want it all. I want life, freedom, like money. I want it all, right? So those are the things that I talk about. Some people just want a guilt-free pedicure. Some people just want to work a little less and see their kids a little more. But the only way they're going to choose you as their coach is if you're talking about the things that you want and how you're going to get there with coaching, right? So all roads lead to coaching. Whether you're talking about fitness, nutrition, any of that, it all comes back to coaching, because coaching is what keeps you on track. Coaching is what makes you press play every single day. Coaching is what makes you accountable. Coaching is what earns you money to do X, Y, and Z. All roads lead back to coaching. And I do call to actions every single day. I know some people are like, oh, I never do call to actions. And I just think if you're not inviting daily, then you're really not running a business, because Nordstrom doesn't miss a day to email me. Nike doesn't miss a day to email me about their sale. And then, oh, you left something in your cart. Oh, those items are really hot. You want to get those. Last day of the sale, last hour of the sale, 10 more minutes of the sale. They don't miss a chance to get my money. So I'm not going to miss a chance to save somebody's life. Okay. So that's my purpose. My passion is to help women find their confidence through fitness. And I'm not going to miss a chance to miss out on someone because I didn't want to post another call to action. I'm running a business, so I have to show up like a business. And if this was a brick and mortar that I had paid for, I'd be out on the street corner in a fucking chicken suit, waving a sign, trying to get people into my brick and mortar. So there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make sure that my business is successful. And it has to be the same with this. We're just very lucky that we got in at such a low cost. We have no overhead, no inventory, no employees, and we get to make our own schedule. Hashtag blessed, okay? So, but if you didn't have those things, if you had a ginormous bank loan, if you had payroll you had to pay, how much harder would you be working? And how much more serious would you take your social media and the things that you're doing? How much more serious would you take your fitness? Because at the end of the day, number one job being proof that the products work, right? And we miss that. We miss that a lot of the time. And I'm not saying it has to be weight loss necessarily. If you are at an unhealthy weight, then you need to get yourself to a healthy weight, right? But there's so much more going on up here in so many people's heads out in the world. They need to hear from somebody who's going through it, right? So that they can see themselves in you, so they can say yes to you. Okay, so some tangible things that we can do to improve our social media right away. When I go to your social media, what are the 5 things that you want me to learn about you? Okay, if I go to your social media and your social media is private, I'm not signing up with you. You're a freak. I'm just letting you know. I have a coach who follows me. She's private, and her bio says health and fitness coach. How would I know? Can't see a damn thing that you're posting. So I, 1, don't believe you're a health and fitness coach. 2, why are you hiding? I don't want to be a part of the Illuminati secret health and fitness coach. Okay, so I'm not going to join you. That's just the thing, right? So if you're private, you need to be unprivate right away. If somebody is stalking you, just block them. Okay. Next thing, what does your bio say about you? Does it say anything that would let me know that you're a business owner, that you can help me, that you are into fitness or nutrition or anything in that realm? Or does it say cat lover, mom, and then have like 17 dates and when all your kids were born? We have to make ourselves look more professional so that people understand that what we do is a real thing, right? So making our bio look presentable, not just like one jumbled up paragraph. I think like nice, tight, up on top of each other. And just what I would learn about you. Like, how can you help me? So like, for instance, mine says, I empower women to live their best lives through fitness. I'm a wife and a girl mom. I love Coors Light. So email me for collaborations. Join my fit girl gang, and I point down to my link tree. I see so many bios that have a link tree, but no like telling me to click on it. So why would I click on it? You didn't tell me to, right? And people need to be told what to do. Like, just think of them as like a toddler. Like, they're not going to do it if you don't tell them to, right? So they need to know, like, click on this link. Otherwise, they're not going to click on your link. So what do I need to know about you? So I feel like that encompasses me, and I live true to that bio. Okay, so you'll never see like me drinking coffee or me drinking wine or me hiking. Like, those aren't in my wheelhouse. So I wouldn't put those things in my bio and then never do them, right? So all the things in my bio, you see me doing. You see me being a wife. I try to share my husband and at least once every 9 squares, right? Because he's part of me. All right. Obviously, Chloe's always in there. I drink Coors Light every Friday and Saturday. It's going out of style. Like, I empower women. Like, I show other women who I'm working with on my stories all the time, right? I show other women in my feed when we get together. So I feel like I live very true to my bio. So if something's in your bio and it's no longer true or you've outgrown it, you need to change your bio, right? And if I have no idea that you can help me, then I'm going to find someone else who made it more obvious that they can help me. Okay, so like my first sentence, I pull you in, like, a lot of people want to be empowered these days. So they're going to be like, oh, at least give me a chance, right? Because you only have like 5 seconds to get somebody to decide whether they want to click the blue button or not. And you want people to click the blue button, because if you don't have new eyes on your page, your business is not going to flourish. So I think so many of us sign up. We have like 200 friends, and then we're like, well, nobody wants to sign up. Okay, well, I started with 323 followers on Instagram. I have 11,000 now. So I'm moving my way in front of new eyes consistently. I started with like 700 friends. I have 3,500 friends on Facebook, right? I don't expect to say the same things to the same people and get different results. That's insanity. Okay, so you have to continually grow, and just trust me that those people who started with you will eventually come along if you continue to show up. If you do not, they will choose somebody else because somebody else will invite them, most likely me. Okay, so if you don't want to lose people to me, then go invite the people that are on your feed. And take care of them, engage with them, like their stuff, comment on their stuff, reply to their stories. All the things you want from people on your social media, you need to do first. You need to go follow new accounts. Don't just wait for your following to grow. You go follow people, and only follow people who you want. I'm now going through my friends list and kind of weeding out, and I swear when I first signed up, anybody with a pulse, I would friend them. And now I'm like, why was I friending all these grandmas? Like, I don't want to work with grandmas. Like, what was I doing, right? But with Instagram, and you have more of a niche market, just follow the people that you want to follow. People that you actually see yourself drinking coffee with, having girls' nights with, traveling with. Go follow those people and start engaging with them. People will message me all the time and be like, oh, I see we have blah, blah, blah in common. How do you know them? Or, oh, I saw you commented on her wedding pictures. How do you know her? I'm like, I don't know anybody on my social media. Okay? I don't know anybody on there, but I'm constantly making new friends, right? So we need to grow our social medias, and we have to be brave first. Be brave first, and then you give permission to others to do the same. Then when you share something scary, when you share something vulnerable, when you share something that might be a gremlin for you, you empower others to go do that same thing. Okay? But if you're constantly hiding, you're hiding behind products, or you're just not posting at all because you don't know what to say, you are missing out on helping so many women, including yourself. And it's really a disservice. It's a disservice to you and to your family and to this world, because we all have a voice and we need to use it. Okay, so you're not going to be able to help anyone if you're constantly hiding. And not everyone's going to be on your bus. You have to know that. Okay, apparently I'm the queen of repel marketing. That's what I've heard anyways. So it's okay. Not everyone's going to like me. Oh, remind me, I got a shirt. I got a new shirt for that. I need to make a post. Okay. Okay, but have fun with what you're doing. I had this conversation with a coach today, like, every weekend, it's like, party, woo, drinks, boomerang, woo, we're crazy. I'm like, if you put that kind of effort into working your business and posting about your business as you do about your drinking and your partying, you would be a top coach. So if you have enough joy to post about all the drinks or 30 videos of your kid doing the same thing, you can make videos and you can post about this business, because it should bring you that same joy. All right, any questions? Let me just look at this chit chat here. All right.
You guys, somebody's got to be brave and give her your Instagram handle to Danny to let her look at your post and let her coach you, because that means that all of the time that you are sacrificing this week to be here will pay off, because you will. There you go, Megan. MN Short 92, Danny. Everybody go there.
Oops.
Yeah, Megan, you're a winner.
Megan Short. Okay. Event designer, click for wellness coach, lover for babe style, problem wine, and prime women. Okay. Moonlight Design Co. Okay. So you have, looks like you have another business as well.
Megan, come off mute if you can. Can you?
Yeah. Can you
Okay.
guys hear me though?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So it looks like you have another business.
Mhm.
I would definitely maybe look into getting like a link tree or a tiny URL or something like that, something you can post multiple links, because I don't see any way to contact you about your fitness business, right? So if I'm following you because I like your style and I think you're fun, and then I want to do fitness with you as well, not necessarily the calligraphy stuff, I don't see a way to get in contact with you to do that. And I'm just going to base this off of your last 9 squares. That's super cute. Okay. Are you using a preset?
Sometimes.
Okay, so make sure you use it on every photo so they all have the same consistency and the same lighting. So that was another tangible tip I was going to give you. Invest in a preset or the app Visco, VSCO, if you want to just make your own preset. I purchased the Alexa Jean presets. I like the light, bright white. Like, I really like that. But whatever your vibe is, but make sure you use it on the same so that they're all the same consistency. So one's not like super pretty and clear and crisp, and then the next one's really dingy and dark. That's one way to turn people off, right? They want to see that consistency when they look at your squares. Okay. Good.
Megan, is there a particular post that you made in the last 6 tiles that you thought you'd like a little coaching on?
I made one last night that invited to kind of coach, but kind of join me too.
This one with the little wall
the
background?
Tai Chi thing.
Oh, gotcha. Tai Chi. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, Danny, Tai Chi.
I like just told a story of how like my morning didn't start the best, and then jumped into how I hit 80 days of MM100.
Okay, so I wouldn't do the like coach thing because it kind of downplays what we're doing. So we need to make it more serious. So, you know, you could say, seems like yesterday I decided to become a coach, right? So make it more of like a definitive thing rather than like some wishy-washy thing. And then I would give them a clear, concise way to get a hold of you instead of saying message me, because most people are not going to message you. That's too difficult for them. It's too scary for them. They don't know who's on the other side of that message. They don't even know what to say in the message. So I like to give them clear, concise, instructions on how they can get started with me, whether it be drop your favorite emoji or give them a specific emoji to drop, or say head to the link in my bio or drop your email without the .com, but give them something that it takes no effort on their part to do, right? So that really they're leaving the ball in your court to reach out to them. Or you can even say like double tap this photo and I'll reach out to you. So I always try to make it as easy as possible, because really people are really nervous for some reason. We're like spiders, like they're scared of us, we're scared of them. It's just stupid. So yeah, so I always try to do like a clear, concise way for them to get a hold of, and something like that doesn't, again, require them to put too much effort into it, because motivation is very fleeting. And if they're like, well, what do I say? How do I message her? Like, because now they have to click back into your profile. Oh, wow. I mean, it's a lot of work for them. So, you know what I mean? And they might be too nervous, like they don't even know what to say. So they're just not going to do it. Right.
Sure. That's great.
Yeah.
How about the last two things I want to know? How about the layout of it? Is it too big of paragraphs, or does that not matter?
Oh, no.
Okay, great. And then we've got another one, Carrie, BIMBI. And we'll get to your question, Jen Miller.
Okay, wife and girl mama, funny, self-love, fitness and nutrition, biz owner and mentor, stress relief, equal sugar, sweat with me. Sweat works. Okay. All right. Carrie, are you using a preset?
Yeah, I think it's just one of the Instagram presets. I don't remember which one it is.
Okay, yeah. So I really, and you can get presets for as cheap as $5 on Etsy. The Luxogene ones I have are a little more expensive, but I think they're higher quality. But just to make sure, because like your outside row is really dark, and then your two inside rows are really light. So I would work on that. And then I try very hard to make my feed look really appealing. So I will never do something of similar content that's back to back. So I won't do a workout with a workout, or I won't do a Chloe with a Chloe. So like you have your little guy there or little girl there, and back to back. So I would never put them back to back, right? And then if I scroll down a little bit more, I see like IGTV, 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 IGTV all in a row. So really try to break that up and have some kind of idea of what you want people to see. And just as far as I would try to do more full body rather than so many selfies.
That's great feedback.
A million poses that you can do. Like, I tell the story all the time. I paid $250 to do a 1-hour call with this social media specialist girl. And the best advice she gave me was find places in your house, push some junk out of the way, and take different pictures. Okay. So like, try to get away from the selfie. And what I like to do is I like to go to other accounts that I really think they have pristine, polished feeds, and try to emulate those poses if I can't come up with something for myself, or I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay, that's a great idea.
But, self-timer is amazing, like set it up against a book and take a photo of yourself, but really showing like full body, like who you are, what are you wearing, what are you doing, like we can see a lot of energy like without that full body rather than just selfie, 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 selfie.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Carrie, since we're on your account, is there any post that you'd like feedback on in the last 6 tiles?
Oh my gosh.
You've got right here.
You
can look at me. Can you see it, Carrie? I've got you up here.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah. No, nothing in particular. I mean, I'm open to any feedback on anything. So.
So how about the first one? The run.
Sure.
What is your idea of success? Is it meeting the expectations of other people in your world? Is it comparing yourself to others and only feeling successful if you achieve what they achieve? At one time or another, throughout my whole life, I've used both of those things to measure myself. I've always been a people pleaser, and I thought that basing my goals on permission expectation was how I get love. I'm paraphrasing. I wanted to be cool. I wanted to be liked. And I think a lot of people think that, you guys. So I think that's good, relatable. The truth is, I based my worth on other people's ideas of success and didn't believe in my own capability as enough to own them. Something had changed in me when I became a mommy. I have a bigger purpose now. Seems too cliche of a reason, but it's the most honest and raw explanation I can come up with. And now, with my biggest purpose clinging to my side every second of the day, observing and absorbing all the things I say and do, and hanging on my words like she's learning the secret to her little world, my definition of success is truly different. Now, success is less about other people's goals and about showing up for me. It's less about needing and grasping for acceptance, and it's way less about comparing myself to others. Whatever your idea of success, so this is the last paragraph. Danny, you want coaching on this? Whatever your idea of success is, own it, live it, cherish it, share it, and change it when it needs changing. And then work for it like your dreams are the only things that matter.
So I feel like you missed a great opportunity to tie in coaching and invite other women who have felt that same way to join you and redefine their definition of success, right?
So what would the CTA be then?
So, it could be something as bold as, I'm looking to link arms with 5 women this month who want to change their definition of success and do this for their legacy, for their family. Drop your email below, fill out my coach application, whatever. Or something as simple as, if this resonated with any of you mamas out there, let's chat, drop your email below. Like, it could be bold, it could be simple, but never miss that opportunity. And then obviously you would want to tie something in the caption about coaching as well. And if you have a business account, you should be putting your hashtags in your first comment instead of in your caption.
Okay, awesome, Danny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we have one last question in there regarding presets. So Jennifer Miller says, so I've used a preset for some time, and then she's reading that people don't want the tiles to look the feed to look so perfect. What are your thoughts on that for the Instagram?
I think more so what people mean is they don't want to see people's perfect lives, but let's call a spade a spade. Those bloggers have hundreds of thousands of followers. People want to see the beautiful feeds. So they have all those followers for a reason. I don't think it has anything to do with the pictures looking good. I think it's more of like, we never have any problems. My kids are perfect. They always smile. There's never dirt on their clothes. That type of thing. Not necessarily how you know what I mean? Or like their house is never messy. I think that's more what they mean as far as like, they don't want to see a perfectly polished feed, like that kind of thing, even though they do, because people follow them. So they do want to see it. They're just full of shit. Yeah, if you have a business account, put your hashtags in your first comment, not in your profile, or not in the caption. I'm sorry. Yeah.
And then yours is a business account for the purposes of versus personal.
You should have a business account because it gives you insights and tells you how many people your post reached organically, how many were reached by hashtags, when the best times you should post, which post had the most reach. So obviously you would want to do more posts like that at the times when your audience is most likely there. Tells you, where largely your audience is from. Like my audience is pretty much all Portland. And then I guess I have a big following in New York, which is really weird. I don't know, whatever. So, and then it tells you the best time to post. And obviously you can see if the hashtags you're using are helping or hindering your post. So it's really good.
I think that's great. If you don't know how to set up that, Google it, how to set up and then the other thing is regarding your feed on Facebook. Yeah, you don't need to use all those presets because people want to see your face, but just make sure the light is bright. I think that's important.
I just use the same one.
Yeah,
over.
so do I. I'm just saying.
Once you do it, you just post it to both. So, yeah.
Thank you, Danny. This was so good. So good.
I hope
awesome.
It's helpful. Yeah. If you guys need clarification on anything or anything, feel free to message me.